Alright, well, this is the second stage that we're going to do. There's a couple of different ways of doing this, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to rely on the swarm tendency and the emergency response for them to create a queen. And in order to do that, we're actually going to shrink the size of the box. So we're going to shake a bunch of frames of nurse bees, which is in that second box. So in that second box there, that's got nurse bees in it. We know the queen is underneath because we did it the other day. So nurse bees out of there, and we're going to shake them into there. We're actually going to turn that box there, move it back, turn it around, and put the nuke in that position. So all of the field bees from this hive will actually come back and go into the nuke. So it's going to get even more bees. So we're going to cram as many bees into this little box as we can, and we're going to give them a few frames of brood so that they can start, a few frames of eggs and larvae as well, so that they can start making queens. Because that's actually what we want them to do. We want the royal jelly to start to happen with the nurse bees, and their wax production as well. And then on Saturday we're going to pull those, we're going to harvest that royal jelly that's in the nuke, and we're going to use that for our graft. And then we should get the biggest, healthiest queens that we can get. So let's get stuck into it. You can already see there's field bees or any disturbed bees that we've just done there, trying to get back into the hive. We've got an in-frame feeder. This is a 5-frame nuke, so there's only going to be room for 3 frames. And when we do the graft, one's going to be honey, one's going to be pollen, and the other one's going to be our graft. But in between, for now, what we're going to do is we're going to put in 3 frames of brood and eggs. We've got a feeder there, so we're just going to get them to start making the queens. But technically there's only room for 3 frames, and we're going to put in about 5, maybe 6 frames worth of bees in there. So this frame's good, it's got just food, and it's got a bit of pollen on it as well, so that's a good one to go in there. And this one's got brood on it, not a lot of eggs, so we'll shake, and that can go back. Considering we did this a couple of days ago, we're looking for young larvae, so there may not be any age-appropriate eggs. This is a good frame. It's got day-old larvae on it, so that's what we're after. This is all brood, there's 2 old. And this one's got day-old larvae too, and it's already got some queen cups on there, so they'll get on to making queens straight away. So we've shaken 2, we've got 3 frames. We'll grab another 2. Why not? Grab another one. So to fill the gaps, we're going to take the foundation that was in the top box. And they started drawing out. So we'll take the forages that are in this box and we'll shake them into here. Now the reason why we're going to get rid of this top box, which was just foundation, is because the forages that are in this box are most likely, when they take flight, most likely going to come into this box. So the population in this is going to drop, and so we don't want to have that extra room, otherwise this brood is going to be chilled. There's enough nurse bees in this bottom box that'll look after this top one, but we just got to make sure that nothing dies up the top here. Alright, so we've shaken about, I think we actually shook 8 frames, or we put 8 frames of bees worth into this 5-frame nuke, which has got a feeder in it. So it's actually down to three frames of space. Got to go to the shops and get some sugar so I can make up some food for these guys. And then I'll come back and feed them, make sure they don't run out of food. But that's the idea. So these guys in here are going to start making queen cells, and we're going to harvest them on Saturday to take the royal jelly, and then we're going to put in our graft on Saturday as well, and so that these guys will get on to making our queen cells. This is our new builder. And over the back here we've got our queen down the bottom, still in the bottom box. We've still got an excluder in there just in case I want to shake any more nurse bees or anything like that into here on Saturday. Given that there's the same hive, there won't be any fighting. And then, yeah, just got a feeder on there. This one's got now 3 frames of foundation on there. So we've got to feed them so that they can start drawing those 3 frames out as well. Look how excited the one next door gets when you work on this one. That one looks pretty much the same. It gets a bit excited, that one.